Imagine owning your house outright and still being broke. Not temporarily uncomfortable, not tight on cash. I mean zero money, no income, while sitting inside a house worth $500,000. That's not freedom. That's a trap. Picture this. You're 45 years old. It's a quiet Tuesday night. Kids asleep, house calm. You're sitting at your kitchen table with a glass of wine and your checkbook open. You write one final check, $42,000. Every dollar you had left. Your emergency fund, a small inheritance. You seal the envelope, mail it to the bank, and just like that, your mortgage is gone. No payments, no debt, no stress. You sleep better than you have in years, convinced you just made the smartest financial decision of your life. Fast forward 6 months. The economy turns. Your industry collapses. You get laid off. Income? Zero. Bills don't care. Groceries, electricity, insurance, property taxes, yes, those still exist. Your car transmission fails. You open your banking app, $0. And suddenly you realize something horrifying. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars trapped inside your walls, and you can't touch any of it. You can't eat drywall. You can't pay a mechanic with bricks. So you go to the bank, the same bank you just paid off, and ask for a home equity loan. They don't hesitate. We can't lend to you. You don't have a job. And in that moment, the truth hits you. You're sitting on a pile of gold, starving. This is what I call the dead equity trap, and almost nobody talks about it, because the debt-free movement isn't driven by math, it's driven by fear. My name is Adam. I spend an unhealthy amount of time dissecting the emotional lies we've been taught about money, and today we're going to destroy one of the most sacred beliefs in personal finance, that paying off your mortgage early automatically makes you safe. It doesn't. In many cases, it does the opposite. Let's be fair, this belief didn't come from nowhere. In the 1970s and 1980s, mortgage rates were 12%, 14%, even 18%. Back then, paying off debt wasn't optimization, it was survival. If your mortgage was 14%, paying it off gave you a guaranteed 14% return. That's unbeatable. But we don't live in that world anymore. Today, millions of people have mortgages at 3%, 4%, maybe 5%, and they're still racing to kill them. Here's the part nobody explains. Paying off a mortgage has a return. The return is the interest you don't pay. So if your mortgage is 4%, paying it off gives you a 4% return. That's it. Now ask yourself honestly, would you lock your money into an investment that pays 4%, has zero liquidity, and punishes you if you need your money early? Of course not. You'd call that a terrible deal. Here's how banks get rich. They borrow your money through savings accounts at 0.5% and lend it back to you at 5 to 6%. They keep the spread. That's arbitrage. And here's the secret. You can do the same thing. If your mortgage is 4% and you invest at 8%, that 4% difference is your profit. Not speculation. Math. Let's make it painfully clear. You have $100,000. Option A, pay down your mortgage at 4%. You save $4,000 a year. Option B, invest at 8%. You earn $8,000 a year. Same money, one choice makes you $4,000 more every year, compounding for decades. By paying off the mortgage, you kill the arbitrage. You fire leverage, your most productive employee. People say debt is risky. No, illiquidity is risky. When you send extra money to your mortgage, it disappears. It turns into equity. Equity does nothing. It doesn't pay bills. It doesn't buy groceries. It just sits there. And the cruel irony, when you need it most, banks won't let you touch it. Who's safer? Person A, paid off house, no cash. Person B, mortgage, $500,000 in investments. Person B wins every time. They have runway, options, time. A roof without cash is not security. Inflation quietly makes mortgages cheaper every year. Your payment stays the same, your income rises. Dollars lose value. You're paying the bank back with cheaper money. When you pay off early, you destroy that advantage. You give the bank a gift. Let's talk opportunity cost. An extra $1,000 a month invested for 30 years at historical market returns, nearly $2 million. Paying off the house early? You still get the house, but you never get that portfolio. That's the real cost of peace of mind. There are only two cases where paying off early makes sense. Your mortgage rate is higher than realistic market returns, or you lack discipline and will spend the money. If that's you, fine. But for disciplined people, low-interest debt is a financial asset. Here's the move. Stop sending extra principal. Take that $200, $500, $1,000, open a separate brokerage account, name it Freedom Fund, invest it automatically. Liquidity buys time, time buys options, options are freedom. A paid-off house is a trophy. Liquid wealth is an army. I'd rather have the army. If this made you rethink that extra payment, share it with someone obsessed with being debt-free. The truth isn't comfortable, but it's powerful. See you in the next one.